Hey again, part two, and it's light outside now, as you can see. So one thing I wanted to share that I didn't get to share, that I got a little stuck on, but I'm still just going to share my experience, and I'll share where I got stuck. But one of the keys for me is to have safe people that I can share those feelings with, specifically my fears. And by the way, I think it is 1,000 forms of fear, not 100. For me, it might be 1,000,000, but oh, that was my grandiosity. But anyway, when I say having safe people, what I mean is there is a sense of, I'm afraid of this. Okay, let's play the tape forward and say, and then what happens? And sometimes I can get to how absurd my fear is, but really, my fears are not usually absurd because they usually come from a much deeper place. Often, the fears, things that I experienced as a child, and in that way, they're not absurd. They are pretty absurd in the present day, but I guess what I'm getting to is, I need people in my life that can hear my fears and not tell me, and this is what's scary where I get stuck, because Jesus kind of told us this. Not kind of, he did. Jesus said, don't be afraid, but I need people in my life that can say, I get it, me too. Like, I understand that fear, or I know what it's like to be afraid of that. And if someone tells me, don't be afraid, I often feel more lonely and more shame. And so it's really important for me to find people that can say, I get it, me too. And maybe that's the place that I kind of can get unstuck there is, I wonder if we often talk about being more like Jesus, and I'm not really sure if that's the point. Maybe the point is that we're not Jesus. Maybe I think we try to copy him rather than be human. And although Jesus was fully human, he's fully God. And maybe our job is to be a little more fully human and be a little less, try to be, not try and be fully God like he was, which is something that I've definitely done in the past. So maybe instead of telling people, not to be afraid, it's more comforting to be fully human, and say, me too, I get it, rather than to try and just copy Jesus and play Jesus. I don't know, that's some other food for thought, but the biggest thing for me is I feel less lonely, and again, when I can find those safe people, and that's kind of what I mean by safe people, so I hope that helps too. So for each of your fears, if you're listening to this, I could probably say, I get it, me too. Hope that helps.